Let's talk about, I've seen a chart making its way on social media that shows where inflation took off, and I don't know, they peg it to Inauguration Day in 2021. And it does coincide with that, but I'm just trying to figure out exactly what we think happened in terms of legislation and proposals from the Biden administration, because we were dealing with COVID. So we tried to help people out, and a lot of stimulus got out there at the same time that we were reopening and there were supply chain problems. So you got too much money chasing too few goods. So that's probably what caused most of the inflation. But how could we have done anything differently just in terms of trying to deal with COVID?
Yeah, and I think a fair assessment of this is that it didn't necessarily start on President Biden's inauguration day, but certainly in March when Democrats rammed through that $1.9 trillion American Rescue Plan. That's where inflation really took off in a serious way and has continued to accelerate. Right now, we'll see the new numbers this morning, but as you know, anything over 0.4% is another monthly pay cut for families and workers. I also think there was a hangover from some of the COVID area programs that had very lavish unemployment benefits, very lavish health care benefits, and a child tax credit no longer tied to work. I think that exacerbated the worker shortage, which again made inflation and prices harder and higher for longer. So I think those were the key elements: the spending, the timing, and I think benefits that extended way beyond where the recovery demanded it.
So that's reasonable. But then we didn't do Build Back Better. We did do a bipartisan infrastructure bill. Has that added anything to the inflation at this point? We haven't really, that hasn't been spent yet, has it?
Yeah. So the infrastructure, as you know, infrastructure takes a long time to spend out. Even some of the stimulus money the president sent to state and local governments, they tend to have sticky fingers. You know, that can take quite a while to go through the economy as well. What we didn't see was any incentives to drive workers back to their jobs. In fact, there seemed to be almost a denial of that worker shortage. Secondly, I think these looming tax hikes, they're still out there in the Senate. I think that's creating real problems as well, because what I hear from our local businesses, worker shortage still high. Inflation, as you noted, has become now the biggest concern. But in my town hall meetings I did yesterday from small businesses, they're asking about potential tax hikes. In this economy, that ends up in higher prices as well. So I think that's a worry.
And then you add Putin and the invasion of Ukraine, and that just added to everything, probably doubled down on all the price pressure that we saw. But we didn't do Build Back Better. And we're probably, I don't know, you're saying that psychologically the prospect of some piecemeal Build Back Better tax increases that's having some type of inflationary impact? That seems like a stretch.
Inflation, not yet. Worry on investment from Main Street businesses, yes. Because again, the president's talking about higher taxes nearly every week. We know where that ultimately lands. Right now, we ought to be, frankly, countries like Brazil are lowering their business rates to combat inflation. We ought to be driving more investment in the U.S., especially along the supply chain. New equipment, new technology, new innovation ought to be what the administration is championing, but they are still stuck on some form of Build Back Better. And even if you look at the trimmed down versions, you're talking about $1.5 trillion of tax hikes on job creators at the worst possible time. They pay attention to this.